All right, welcome to If My People Bible Reading. We are in part 29, chapter 5 of Genesis. And once again, when we read this, we read what is written and remember everything that we've read before that. And we hold our complete understanding of it because this is a book, just like any other book written. It has mysteries in it that were meant to be found, it has riddles that were meant to be solved. The Father isn't trying to hide anything from you, and the only time that He mentions keeping something from you is just a few times, like the book of Daniel, that's kept from Daniel, but Daniel saw it. But he says, "No, no, 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 hold this back till the end of days, later times that certain things are going to be revealed." This is one of those. This is chapter 5 because it changes things. Here you read the story of chapter 1 through 4, and you hear about the creation, Genesis 1, the creation of mankind, but it doesn't say specifics. It's just I've told you something, and now you're still waiting for your proof. The Ruach hasn't spoken to you and given you your faith enough to understand it or your own understanding. So here's another piece of the puzzle that the Father wants you to understand because words mean things, and it's how He says things. He presented a perfect world, and then an imperfect world, and then a recreated world in 6 days, and then in putting Adam and Eve or mankind into the whole world. This time he didn't. And if this was the first time, as Christian Church is teaching, then it's Adam and Eve were put in the Garden of Eden, and then all life itself came from the Garden of Eden, right? Adam and Eve, the firstborn, Cain, uh-oh, he didn't act like the seed at all. Directly from the likeness of Adam, he didn't act like it, did he? Makes you wonder. Then the other one, the wonderful individual, who I feel very comfortable with, was the seed of Adam and Eve. I don't feel at all comfortable or understanding of Cain's right from the beginning acting the way he did. He acted just like he did from his father. But did Cain come from Eve? Yes, because Hasatan can't create life. He has to use mankind to create life. That's where I'm going from. That's where you understand it. But it's just like everybody can just argue all they want back and forth, and it is very important, but just read the whole Bible. Read the whole Bible here, everything. Read it for yourself, and then, but listen to the comments we're making here and test everything. Chapter 5. This is the written account of Adam's line. When Elohim created man, he made him in the likeness of Elohim. So in the likeness of the Father and the Son. And since the Son is in a human form at times, we know that. And what about what he looked like? Was Yeshua a white man? No. Was he a black man? No. Was he dark skinned? Like an Asian that's been out in the sun for their entire life? Yes, that's who was created in the likeness. And that's what Yahweh breathed into. Okay? Verse 2, He created them male and female and blessed them. Mankind is male and female. Now, the timeline here is He created them male and female. Adam and Eve. Eve came from Adam. If Yahweh wanted to create mankind without the breath of life in them, just like all animals that are mammalian, I'm not comparing, or I'm saying this: an arachnoid, a spider, is a world of difference from a mammal. Any kind of creation on this earth that is flesh eating and inserts chemicals in you to kill you or harm you, destroy you. Mosquitoes, um, were they all purposed to be like that? Were they originally purposed, or were they altered into those purposes? And was mankind that was created, human, male and female, when Cain went into them, and he is seed, which came from Eve. So he had the seed that we know from Eve, went into all this that existed, that people that today would call beastly people. That's been going around for thousands of years. We need to really understand that. There's good and there's bad. It's choice. It's all about choice. He created them. Here's the key word. And he called them Adam. He didn't call them Adam. Adam was a individual. Now, if Adam was his name, fine. And if that's what he was a type of person, fine. Don't have a problem with that. But he called them Adam. Adam is a redness, a redness, and it is a male female word. It has nothing to do. So an Adam person would be female. An Adam person would be male. Part of mankind. It matches exactly how chapter 4 ends. It matches it. And the churches don't teach this. They want you to have some kind of a supernatural believing of the way they say it. And then follow that gets you caught from Genesis on into listening exactly what they say, because you're not going to be able to say, well, what about this? Well, they have an answer for that too. They have an answer for everything according to the way they've created it for you to understand. I'm just saying every color, creature, cultural, ethnic, diverse person on this earth, all of them can come into Yeshua HaMashiach. All of them can call upon his name. They don't have to go through any different colored person, or what they wear around their neck, or what kind of funny hat they wear, and call them their funny religions. They don't have to go through religions. They have to go through the walk, through the faith of the Father through the Son. That's what we're saying here, all the way through the Bible. I'm not going to change on that. That doesn't change. Verse 3, when Adam had lived 130 years, he had a son in his own likeness. Key word, in his own likeness. In his own image. Now, he didn't say that about Cain. Abel didn't live long enough to even have a story about it, because the bad dude killed him. And he named him Seth. And after Seth was born, Adam lived 800 years and had other sons and daughters. Now, Seth means appointed. And as we go through chapter 5 here, Seth became the father of Enos. Enos means mortal. And then Canaan. Canaan means sorrow. Now, the other names that we went through in chapter 4, not good, right? Chapter 3 and 4, not good. Ends up being not good. And it says this, that there were people who were after other people, and that there were people who who were after the Father. So there was a choice. There were humanoids. There were humans on this earth, whatever you want to call them. Some people call them Neanderthal. I've got hair on my chest and back, so when I did the DNA study, say, oh, guess what, Bruce? You have Neanderthal in you. You're Scottish, you're Irish, you got a little French, but you got Neanderthal way back there. Okay, I don't have a problem with that, because I am adopted into the family. I am grafted in. I don't have a problem with that at all. People always looking for problems. I don't have a problem. But listen to the words of the children born through Adam. Canaan means sorrow. Then he had Mahalalel. That means blessed Elohim. And then he had Yared. That means to come down. Who had Enoch. There's another Enoch, not the Enoch from the other chapters. That's what I'm telling you. It's other peoples. Other peoples that were not from Adam. They were from Eve, the mother of all creation. Okay? Enoch means teaching. And then he had a son named Methuselah. We've all heard that story. Means his death shall bring. And then he had a son named Lamech. Lamech means despairing. Now we're up to verse 26 in chapter 5. And he had a son, now we're up to 29, named Noah. Or Noach means comfort. Okay? And I'll read it 29. He will comfort us in the labor and painful toil of our hands caused by the ground Yahweh has cursed. Comment. Now read all the meanings in sentence form to see Yahweh's identifying his son. Can you see the beautiful picture of Yeshua? This tree of Seth is much different from the tree of Cain. Well, why we weren't taught this in Sunday school, I'll never know because it's really so obvious. I went through Sunday school every year, and then every summer I got dumped at the Sunday school camp. Or my parents went out doing dancing and drinking and other things they did, a little break from us and so forth, and that's okay. So we all went to Bible school to get saved over and over again every year, and and that's okay. That was all wonderful. My brother and I had to go through all kinds of Methodist, Lutherans, and Baptists, First Baptists, and Southern Baptists, and so forth. Well, let me read that to you. Let me read that to you. Just the names of the meanings from Adam on until Noah, until the flood. Here it is. Pay attention. Is Yeshua in the Bible? Christians from a pulpit say, no, he's in the New Testament. Jesus is not in the Old Testament. He's in the New Testament. Why are you bringing that up? God Almighty is in the Old Testament. I'm sorry. Let me read it carefully. Listen to this. We'll start with Adam, and means earthly person, appointed, a person from the earth, the first Adam. We're talking about Yeshua. Now listen carefully. Who's the second Adam? Man appointed mortal. Sorrow, blessed Elohim, to come down, teaching, his death shall bring, Methuselah, his death shall bring the despairing, us, comfort, Noah. So Yeshua shall come for mankind's sake, and he will teach, in which he's done. He will teach from the Bible, because that's his words. But he said it in the Old and New Testament. That's him. It doesn't change when you go from Old to New Testament. It goes from Old Covenant to New Covenant. That's true. But there is no separation between the Old and New Covenant. It all flows in. And his death shall bring the despairing, those of us who are sinful, who will never be able to follow Torah, never be able to follow all the instruction. His death shall bring us all comfort. And what comfort did Yeshua bring? He told you several times. The Ruach HaKodesh. I must leave. Now, Yeshua's been involved with, and when we read the Old Testament, he's been involved in the Old Testament 1,000 times more in time and energy and days and minutes than the New Testament, the New Covenant. Absolutely, positively. We're going to, especially when we get into Exodus, for 40 years, for 24 hours a day, for 40 solid years, he was with these people day in and day out. If he wasn't walking with them, talking with them, he was in the cloud. He was in the light during the day. The fiery cloud at night was his father. And during the guidance during the day was the son. That is that pillar that you hear about. And he's to bring us comfort, but he had to come and go to establish his priesthood, which we're supposed to be doing now, not depending on a preacher or a priest. We are the priest in our own family. That's why all these things that happen, we have to hide in our homes, can't go outside. Good. Yahweh wants to talk to you because you're the priest of the family. Start acting like it. And having said that, he had to go to bring us comfort. He says, I'm leaving so the comforter can come for you. Gotcha? Wait till next time. it gets better and it gets better.